I talked to them in the locker room just about, the way that we prepared during the week. We always talk about, deserving success. I thought they did that during the course of the week, and it was great to go see that hard work pay off on Saturday. It's great to get a win always. Great to get our first conference win. I thought Temple was a quality opponent, really did. Watching the game, watching the film of them playing against Oklahoma, I was really worried just about their athleticism, all right? And thought they played really hard. Their size and length was a concern for me, but just really proud of our guys. Thought we did some really good things today. I thought played really well on special teams. I think field position was critical, especially in the first half, and I think we dominated that and much improved over last week's performance, something that we went after them about, and they responded. I was happy with that. I thought defensively we flew around. I thought Coach Volker and the D-staff put together a really nice game plan. We gave up some things underneath, but we didn't give up big explosive plays, and the plan was to make them earn it, and I thought we did that today. The run game for them was non-existent, made them one-dimensional, so really pleased with that. Thought we did some good things offensively. People are going to defend us the way that Temple was. You've got to hit some big plays, and we were able to do that. I'm not sure how many explosive plays we had, but we had some big ones, and would love to see us sustain some more drives. To finish the half with the football would have been great right there. In the second half, there was some drives I would love to get some first downs and shoot up the clock a little bit. But overall, really pleased. Thought we made progress from game one. Going into a bye week now, we're going to come back Monday. We're going to celebrate for 24 hours. That's the rule. We're going to come back on Monday and go to work, go 1-0 on Monday, and get a little bit of a head start on Memphis, work on some things we got to get better at. So really, really pleased. It's a good feeling going into a bye, being 2-0, and excited about the opportunity we have here in 2 weeks.
So about the special teams, you were critical of the unit last week, but they really got the ball started in this game. Set up the safety to open the scoring. What really did you see from the improvement from game one to game two?
Well, it was effort, execution. Riley did a nice job pinning them down with a couple of punts. One of those resulted in a safety, of course, and I just thought the effort was much better. Attention to detail was much better. We made a few personnel changes here and there, but the guys responded. I was really proud of that.
I thought the defense really set the tone. The safety, number one, Jaxson Campbell with an early interception to thwart a drive into your territory. When they got down on the goal line, you bowed your necks and kept them out of the end zone, forced a turnover on downs. I just thought the defense as a whole played really well from start to finish. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, I agree. I thought, there in the fourth quarter we got some of our reserves in, and those guys got to understand when they get an opportunity, they got to make the most of it. But yeah, I thought again just the game plan. Coach Volker beat himself up about the game plan last year against these guys, and I thought he called a brilliant game, really did, and put our guys in the right positions, and thought we executed very well for the most part. There's some things we can certainly do better, but was really pleased the way they flew around, competed, bent at times but didn't break, and thought they did a nice job.
Yeah, Coach, take it to the next step. Ira's first play of the game for them offensively, where he read the keys off the screen and came up and blasted the play, and then Justin on the second drive reading his key and basically thwarting that drive on the first play as well, and taking the game plan and then being able to execute it to the way they did coming out against the short passing game, which gave you a fit last year, and some of the wide runs. That's what coaching's all about, I guess, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I'll tell you, I'm really excited about Ira. He's a super talented guy, and he's really conscientious, and his ceiling is really, really high. He's a guy that's just going to continue to get better and better, no doubt about it.
Last thing for me, Blake's execution of the offense, the first half looked quick decisions, fast, great ball handling, great execution from everyone, but certainly him as well.
Yeah, he did a nice job. The first couple of drives, we had a kind of a bad pitch, put the ball on the ground, set us back a little bit, and then the fumbled snap. Those are two kind of drive killers for us. But outside of that, I thought Blake played really well. I thought he did some really, really nice balls. And that's the thing about Blake too is he gets more and more confident. He's going to get better and better. And excited about the things he's doing right now.
Coach, you talked about Blake and his performance. 2 wins back to back. Quarterback just had 3 touchdowns. As you look towards Memphis, How's the momentum feeling from your perspective as a coach, and what are you looking for this team next week against Memphis?
Sure. It's definitely better going into the bye week off of a win. You know that. But our motto is just to go 1-0, right, and on to the next one. And Memphis is a really, really good football team. It's a team that we haven't beaten since I've been here in 19, and it's going to be a great challenge. And I know our guys are going to be fired up about it, and I know they're going to come out to work on Monday. So looking forward to the challenge, excited about the opportunity.
So I think they had 36 rushing yards. What did you do to completely take away the run and make them so one-dimensional?
Well, I think they tried to make the screens an extension of their run game. I thought we handled the perimeter pretty well. A couple times you'd like to get off blocks a little bit better, but I thought we fit things up outside. I think they were afraid of our pressures in the middle. Didn't really feel like they could run the ball, so I think it was partly us and partly they kind of abandoned it a little bit, and then they got behind, right? Wags, so they had to throw the football, try to catch up.
And on that, Colin, he's just so instinctual. There was back-to-back plays on one possession where he read a screen pass and immediately closed down and tackled the guy for no gain. And then on this subsequent play, they threw a pass out to the flat, and he had a pass breakup. I think he had 13 tackles. I mean, what's it like to have a leader like that on defense?
It's awesome. He's a stud. He's been one for us for a long time. One of the most hardest workers on our football team, one of the most reliable guys, and he gets the other guys going just the way he plays, the way he carries himself, and sniffing out a screen. He's a savvy veteran, and his effort's tremendous. He's all over the field, and really proud of the way that he played today.
So you don't really have a lot of games in Annapolis the second half of the season. How important was it to get off to a 2-0 start at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. You always want to get off to a great start, and we take pride in playing here in Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, and this is our house, and things are a little different when we come in here, and we want people to know that. And so yeah, really excited about the start, but it's on to the next one. The past doesn't matter. We're going to celebrate this one, but we're going to come in next week and start getting ready for Memphis.
So you brought in Drew because he brought a unique offense that he has such an incredible grasp of because he created it basically, has answers. How pleased are you? 2 games and you're averaging 43 points and something like 440 yards through 2 games.
Super pleased. I knew pretty quickly after I hired him that he was going to do a great job. And he's been doing this for a long time. He's a proven winner. He's had success everywhere he's been. He's scored a lot of points everywhere he's been. He's a good football coach, a really good football person, and a great person. And he's got these guys believing in what we're doing. And I couldn't be more happy with the job he's done and the offensive staff.
Hey, Coach. Last week you brought up against Bucknell that you didn't think the defense played to its standard. How much closer to that standard do you think they played today?
Yeah, I thought we played 4 quarters. You'd like to see some more backups get and execute a little bit better toward the end because those are guys that are potentially going to play for you. But I thought our starters, put together a solid game, top to bottom.
So you mentioned explosive plays on back-to-back possessions. It was a 62-yard run by Blake, 65-yard run by Alex, 2 one-play touchdown drives.
Yeah.
That helps a lot, doesn't it? No
question. Our goal was to have 8 explosive plays a game. And I don't know if we hit that number today or not, but I think we're probably pretty close. But no, we're going to have those things to have success here offensively. And then when we don't get those, we got to be able to sustain drives. And those 10, 12, 13 play drives are killers. It keeps your defense off the field and it wears defenses out. And sometimes you score too fast. But no, it was great to see. And those are guys like I keep telling you guys, we got a bunch of skill players. And when we get the ball, they can go to the house with it. So.
Blake, what's your overall assessment of the offensive performance today?
I thought it was great. Like Coach Drew said, I think it was definitely self-inflicted wounds on the first few possessions of the game in the first quarter. But after that, after we got a sort of idea of what they were going to try and run against us, I think we really saw the ways we could affect them with funny enough, just going back to triple option offense. And I think it really well. I think what we have 409 total yards. I mean, like you said, two games, 2 400-yard performances. I think that's great job, and it's more a testament to our our offensive line and the playmaking by these guys here. So I think it was great.
Blake, Jaxson gets that big pick in the second quarter, and the next play you guys have a one-play long touchdown. When the defense makes a big play like that, how does it affect the offense positively when he gets an interception like that?
Yeah, I think it's great. We're sitting there. I think it was maybe second or third down, thinking that they're going to punt it. We're going to have to go 90 yards for a touchdown, and then getting the ball on the 40-yard line is a huge game changer. And just pumping up our team. And after going out there, we knew what we were sort of going to run, what we wanted to run, and it worked a lot better than we thought it would. But it was great blocking on that play.
Blake, in that second quarter, you had a long touchdown, and just walk me through that play. It looked like you almost stumbled a little bit on your way into the end zone. Just when you're running and you see the green grass and you start like, oh man, I'm losing my footing. Kind of what's going through your head, and just talk me through that play.
Yeah, so we just went back to old school triple option offense on that one. Just reading it out, pulled it, and the guy was supposed to pitch off of he was more enamored, I think, with Daba was in the game at that point, so he got lost, so kept running. I think it was Jake Norris had a great block, and just keep running, keep my balance. It was the biggest thing. Didn't want to get hawked.
And last thing from me, just talk to me about the offensive line, how well they played today, and just the overall game plan too.
No, they played great. Just overall, I think going in, we knew that they have some talented defensive linemen. We knew it would be a challenge for our guys. They say they give their toughest players single-digit numbers. So when you see a few of those guys on the defensive line, they're going to try and make some plays. So we knew that was a big point of emphasis, is win the game up front. And so I think they did a great job, all of them. Brent, Ben, Connor, Javon, Trey. Hopefully he's doing well. And then, they did great.
So one of the wrinkles of this wing T offense is the passing ability. You guys have been very effective throwing the ball through 2 games. And I think of that play that designed looked like a triple option play, and you pull up and throw it down the middle to Eli, who's wide open because the defense is bit on what looks like a read option play where you're going to take it outside and you got a pitch man. Can you talk about some of the creativity of Coach Cronick to come up with something that makes it such an easy pitch and catch touchdown?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the wrinkles you can add off of the plays that you run already. We talk about it, we want to make as many plays look as similar as possible. So we know that if we've ran that play successfully a few times, I think we'd run the option off of that before, and Chat had a 12, 13-yard run. We'd run it to the left, and I think I had a solid gain, and so they're really flying downhill. So, we're just looking for ways that we can affect them, and sort of once, you reel them in a little bit, lull them to sleep, and then, like you said, just was not going to overthrow Eli on that one, absolutely. So, he was wide open and just wanted to get him the ball to score.
So, Strauss, what was is the school record for longest reception?
It is, and still 87 yards.
Eli,
Oh, my God.
he got you by the heel of your foot. How did that hurt? Because that was going to be a 96-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a bummer, I could say. I've definitely gotten a few chirps already from my teammates saying I should have stayed on my feet. So, definitely disappointing, but at the same time, just, try and maybe do it down the road.
Another great play design that we've never run that play before. Just drew it up mid-game.
Yep,
So,
that was the first time airing it out.
yeah, so, again.
So, Alex, speaking of staying on your feet on that long touchdown run you had, somebody on the second level got a hand on you, and you're trying to shake through the tackle, but you had to maintain balance and your footing. That was kind of amazing that you were able to slip out of there and stay on your feet.
Yeah, that was a triple option play. Obviously, you said we kind of gotten away from that, but we still, have it in the playbook. And I think Blake's touchdown set that up pretty well. Like he was saying, the read key took Daba, and, he scored on that. And I think, they were scared of that pitch and Blake potentially running the ball. And so, the read key kind of stayed out. And then it ended up Blake, handing it off, obviously. And, it was funny because like you said, I stumbled and the whole defense kind of overran it. They maybe thought Blake had the ball still, or, I was going down. And really there was just green grass in front of me, so I was kind of cruising to the end zone, which is funny. So,
Jaxson, can you just take me through that interception there? What were you seeing on that play?
Really, we're playing cover 2. I can't let 2 come inside of me, and just trying to be physical, just trying to do my job.
So, Colin, what did you feel you all did to take away their run? They basically had non-existent rushing attack.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on stopping the run. So we knew if we could eliminate that and make them one-dimensional in the pass game, that would be huge for us. And we put a good game plan in to stop the pass game. So once we shut out the run, but they're throwing a lot of screens, a lot of different things here and there. So once we were able to shut that down, kind of the flow of the game went better. And like I said, we take that personal stopping the run game.
So Ira, kind of an unsung play was when they broke away for a 47-yard catch and run, and it looked like he's heading for the end zone. And by the way, that guy was a sprinter at USC. He started off as a track and field athlete, Ashton Allen. But you ran him down and knocked him out of bounds, and that ended up, you all stopped him on fourth down and forced a turnover on downs, and you're back against the goal line. Can you talk about that hustle play?
Here at Navy, we're just taught for elite E, and that's elite effort, attitude, and toughness. So I knew, even though it was the opposite side of the field, I had to try my butt off to get there and make a play. So that's what I did.
So Jaxson, you're talking about the interception. Wasn't that almost the identical play that you dropped the interception last week? Then Coach Volker got on you, but you read it again. You jumped the route, and this time you caught it.
Yeah, it was. I told Coach Volk that was my one for the year. So hopefully no more drops from me. And, yeah, catching the ball should be easy, being an ex-receiver.
So I thought Ira set the tone on that first play, which was like a quick pass out. Like, they tried to nickel and dime like they did last year, and he came up and threw that for a loss and kind of set the tone that you are not going to do to us what you did to us last year. Can you talk about that, Colin?
Yeah, we knew we had to go punch him in the face, basically, and Ira did that in the first play. And then from there on, 1-0 on every play, doing our job, and like I said before, it showed. So.
It's kind of just for anyone on the defense. That first safety, can you just talk about, like, just hearing the crowd roar, just you getting off to such a good start like that?
The adrenaline rush you get is indescribable. It's just so exciting playing with these guys. I love these guys. We spend so much time together. We put in so much work. I'm so thankful for these guys, and we pride ourselves on flying to the ball. So I'd love to see it on tape, but I'm sure there's like 10 guys in the end zone, and definitely staying humble throughout the entire process. But the thing we do is we celebrate together, not as individuals, but as a group. And so like when we make big plays, you see us all in the end zone, cutting up, having a great time.
And Jaxson, first 2 games of the season, you now have an interception for the season 2. Talk to me about, just overall in the defense. You mentioned just kind of how much these guys mean to you and the whole team. You guys are 2-0. Great win just now. What are you looking forward in the future?
I'm honestly looking forward to the journey. It's going to be a long season. We're 2-0. That's great. But I know Coach Brown says it all the time, don't choke on the sugar. And this team is never going to choke on the sugar. We're just going to play, like Colin said, one play at a time. We have a lot of leaders on this group with Colin, Daba, and we honestly love each other. We care about each other, especially in the days of the transfer portals when you have 40 guys coming on new teams. We're not that. We're here for the long run. We're here to grind it out, and it's nice to see it pay off, but we're just going to continue playing the way we play.